Today we're taking a look at these WNBA matches: Connecticut Sun vs Dallas Wings, Atlanta Dream vs Phoenix Mercury, New York Liberty vs Minnesota Lynx, Indiana Fever vs Los Angeles Sparks, Washington Mystics vs Las Vegas Aces, and Seattle Storm vs Chicago Sky, which are happening on Sunday, August 15, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Connecticut Sun vs Dallas Wings. The Connecticut Sun took the court against the New York Liberty and took home the win by a score of 71-54 in their last contest. Connecticut finished having earned a 37.9% FG percentage, 25 out of 66, and buried 11 of 33-point shots. At the free throw line, the Sun knocked down 10 of their 11 attempts for a rate of 90.9%. With respect to pulling down boards, they collected 42, with 7 of them being of the offensive variety. They also recorded 15 dimes in the matchup, while creating 16 turnovers and getting 11 steals. When discussing the defense, Connecticut allowed the other team to shoot 30.4% from the floor on 17 out of 56 shooting. New York doled out 5 dimes and had but wasn't able to record a steal. Furthermore, New York pulled down 34 rebounds, 5 offensive, 29 defensive, and added 1 block. New York finished the contest at 64.7% at the charity stripe by knocking down 11 of their 17 attempts. They also made 9 of their 29 attempts from beyond the arc. Erica Gunboyle was important for the Wings for the matchup. She knocked down 4 of 19 for this contest, giving her a rate of 21.1% and accounted for 1 rebound. Gunboyle scored 10 points in her 30-42 mins on the court and had 3 dimes for the game. One more player that ended being a contributor for Dallas was Kayla Thornton. She walked away with 1 assist in her 23-30 mins played, and she converted 4 of 9 from the field. Thornton wrapped this one up, going 44.4% from the floor, while also collecting 10 points and 5 rebounds. My betting advice for that game is to pick Dallas Wings. Atlanta Dream vs Phoenix Mercury. The Atlanta Dream played the Indiana Fever and took a loss by a final of 79-68 in their last contest. Atlanta ended the contest having earned a 35.5% field goal percentage, 27 of 76, and converted 1 of 13 shots from beyond the perimeter. When they shot from the free throw line, the Dream converted 13 of their 20 attempts for a rate of 65.0%. Regarding grabbing rebounds, they compiled 30, with 8 of them being offensive. They also dished out 16 assists for this game, in addition to creating 19 turnovers and earning 10 steals. Regarding defense, Atlanta let their opponent shoot 41.5% from the field on 27 out of 65 shooting. Indiana distributed 12 assists and had 2 steals for the game. Furthermore, Indiana snagged 49 boards, 12 offensive, 37 defensive, and added 4 rejections. Indiana finished the game shooting 76.9% at the charity stripe by making 20 of 26 attempts. They made 5 of 17 tries from beyond the arc. My betting advice for that game is to pick Phoenix Mercury. New York Liberty vs Minnesota Lynx. Kylie Shook is a player who was a major contributor in the matchup. She walked away with 16 points on 6 out of 8 shooting. She was on the hardwood for 32-50 minutes and also collected 1 board. Shook finished the contest at 75.0% from the field and recorded 2 assists. An additional player that had an impact in the game for the Liberty was Michaela Nyenwere. She snagged 4 rebounds in 30-48 min played. She finished 33.3% from the field in the game by shooting 3 of 9, 12 points. When the final whistle was blown, Nyenwere accounted for 1 assist. Nafisa Collier was important for the Lynx for this contest. She made 11 of 17 for this contest for a field goal percentage of 64.7% and totaled 7 rebounds. Collier scored 27 points in her 36-40 mins on the court and had 2 dimes in the game. Another player who came through for Minnesota was Kayla McBride. She ended up walking away with 3 dimes in her 32-41 minutes played, and she knocked down 3 out of 9 from the floor. McBride walked away from this one going 33.3% from the floor, as well as collecting 9 points and 3 boards. My betting advice for that game is to pick New York Liberty. Indiana Fever vs Los Angeles Sparks. Danielle Robinson is one player who played a role for the game. She scored 12 points on 6 out of 9 shooting. She was on the hardwood for 33.08 minutes played and also snagged 3 boards. Robinson finished the game at 66.7% from the field and distributed 9 dimes. Another player that was a factor in this game for the Fever was Kelsey Mitchell. She pulled down 5 rebounds in her 30-40 minutes on the hardwood. She finished 30.8% from the floor for this game by connecting on 4 of 13, 11 points. When the time ran out, Mitchell earned 1 assist. Brittany Sykes pitched in for the Sparks for this game. She made 5 out of 11 in this contest, giving her a field goal percentage of 45.5% and had 1 rebound. Sykes had 14 points in her 30-10 mins on the court but wrapped up this contest with no dimes. An additional player who was a determining factor for Los Angeles was Bria Holmes. She accumulated no assists in 28-28 mins on the court and she knocked down 3 out of 7 from the floor. Holmes ended the game having shot 42.9% from the floor while also collecting 6 points and 4 total rebounds. My betting advice for that game is to pick Los Angeles Sparks. Washington Mystics versus Las Vegas Aces. Tina Charles is someone who was a major contributor in the game. She had 34 points on 13 out of 27 shooting. She played for 42-34 mins and also collected 17 boards. Charles walked away from this one shooting 48.1% from the floor and also totaled 2 assists. An additional player that was a determining factor in the matchup for the Mystics was Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. She grabbed 2 rebounds in her 37-24 min on the hardwood. She finished 50.0% from the floor in this contest by connecting on 5 of 10, 12 points. Overall, Walker-Kimbrough had 1 assist. Aja Wilson pitched in for the Aces for the matchup. She converted 7 out of 14 for the contest for a field goal percentage of 50.0% and had 13 rebounds. Wilson accumulated 22 points in her 34-14 minutes on the hardwood and added 8 dimes in the matchup. An additional player who came through for Las Vegas was Raquena Williams. She finished with 2 dimes in her 26-24 minutes on the court and she converted 3 out of 7 from the floor. Williams finished going 42.9% from the floor while collecting 9 points but didn't grab a rebound. My betting advice for that game is to pick Washington Mystics. Seattle Storm versus Chicago Sky. Breanna Stewart is a player who was a contributor for the contest. She accounted for 13 points on 5 out of 14 shooting. She was on the hardwood for 37-39 minutes played and also grabbed 7 rebounds. Stewart finished the contest at 35.7% from the field and also totaled 2 dimes. One more player that played a role in the matchup for the Storm was Mercedes Russell. She had 10 rebounds in her 37-22 minutes played. She finished shooting 80.0% from the field for this game by connecting on 4 of 5, 8 points. When the final whistle blew, Russell had accumulated 1 assist. Courtney Vandersloot ended up being a major contributor for the Sky for the game. She made 5 out of 14 for the game, giving her a rate of 35.7% and had 4 rebounds. Vandersloot recorded 13 points in her 40-24 minutes on the hardwood and had 15 assists in the game. Someone else that ended being a contributor for Chicago was Candace Parker. She came away with 6 dimes in her 37-42 mins played and she shot 7 out of 14 from the field. Parker ended up shooting 50.0% from the floor as well as totaling 17 points and 13 total rebounds. My betting advice for that game is to pick Seattle Storm. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.